150 ADI employees from mulwala and benalla who lose their jobs if the factories close.
The most serious issue that you've ever had in front of you, if you don't realise it today, we may as well go home right now and shove people out the way.
Combined, the workers invest more than $40 million annually into the communities. Without that, locals say the towns will die. Manufacturers of munitions. Without them, Australia would be forced to import arms.
We lose our arms in Australia, it's a disaster. Look at the old soldiers here today, it's fantastic. They're all in a march, they know we need it.
15,000 signed petitions will be handed to Defence Minister Peter Reith in Parliament next week.
Late today to make the announcement. Mr Nelson is expected to travel to mulwala tonight to speak with employees.
Dr Brendan Nelson arrived by RAAF jet at Albury Airport this afternoon, offering just the tonic for mulwala and benalla. $222 million to upgrade the propellant plant at mulwala. Cabinet signing off on the deal earlier this afternoon.
But it will ensure the livelihoods and jobs of the 355 workers at the mulwala facility, not to mention the 300 people in the community who indirectly rely on the mulwala plant.
After a hostile reception in past visits to the twin border towns, the Parliamentary Secretary is looking forward to tonight's official announcement.
I'd be most surprised if it's not a welcome reception.
There is one sour note to today's announcement. 60 jobs will be lost once 21st century automated technology is put into place at the plant.
It is likely that the number of people who will be employed by that plant, which should be open and up and running within 4 years, will be 60 fewer than who currently work there.
Danny Butler, Win News.
Benalla too celebrates ADI's survival. Nation cure their mulwala to deliver their victory, promising a $200 million upgrade of the plant. Dr Nelson won thousands of hearts and votes.
Mulwala workers called a spontaneous celebration outside the factory last night after the announcement was made.
Picture of the benalla factory and its 300 workers. There were also celebrations at the benalla plant today, with shop steward Colin Riddell heralding the win as a victory for people power.
We are working from the bush. We don't in the bush.
It was a slightly different song they were singing this morning, and one that had never sounded so joyous.
This is what it's all about, mate. Sticking together, we got a result.
As news that ADI's future had been guaranteed spread through the plant, workers gathered at the front of the factory.
The North East now is in raptures. We can't believe that they've made the decision they have made.
ADI benalla is inextricably linked to the mulwala factory, turning its material into the bombs and bullet cases that are delivered to the Australian Defence Forces. Without mulwala, benalla would close too, and with every ADI job creating another 2 or 3 jobs in benalla, that would have been dire news for the town. Mayor Don Cummins and Chief Executive Officer Robert Dobrinsky, who took the fight to Canberra, congratulated workers on their victory today.
This is one of those days when it's total victory for everybody. It's good for everyone. It's good for all Australians even, because we now have Indigenous defence capability. It's good on every front.
Just over the moon. I had workers ringing me from their homes in tears, saved their homes. I had community leaders, traders ring up saying they won't be laying off staff. Everyone was just in total euphoria. It was fantastic.
For ADI management, which has been silent throughout the 18-month saga, today was also a victory. It means their jobs are safe too.
Thank you, Bob. We live on the fight another day, mate.
But with a federal election and a possible change of government still ahead, ADI workers are determined to get the same funding commitment from Kim Beazley. Helen Bella, Win News.
ADI shop stewards have announced they'll stand as independent candidates at the federal election. The decision comes amid fears the federal government will not deliver on its promise to upgrade the mulwala plant and secure more than 600 jobs.
A few weeks ago, Dr Brendan Nelson was the toast of mulwala after announcing that the federal government would spend $200 million upgrading the munitions plant, saving the jobs of more than 600 workers there and at the sister factory in benalla. But after yesterday's watered-down pledge to sign a memorandum of understanding with the local shires, not the company itself, there are now doubts the government will make good its promise. ADI workers have decided to take on the politicians at the next election.
We've got no alternative. There's nothing locked in whatsoever.
Colin Riddell, who took the fight for ADI jobs to the streets of Benalla, will stand for the seat of Indi.
The look of shock on Sophie's face yesterday when I told her was something to be seen. Don Chambers rings constantly. He doesn't want me to run. I know why, because they know people will vote for their community.
Simon Bush will stand in the seat of Murray against the sitting Liberal member Sharman Stone, who holds the seat comfortably.
My whole intention is to take Sharman Stone out of her comfort zone.
An ADI candidate will also stand for the seat of Farrer, just who hasn't been decided.
I think we'll give it a big shake, and if we don't, we'll make it a marginal seat. We'll give our second preferences to the party that commits to ADI, and we can hold the balance of the government. They don't think these seats will go, but we can turn it on their ear. We're sure of it.